Welcome to Krabi, one of the coolest places, not just in Thailand, but in the world. There is a lot to entertain you in Krabi, from cool bars, beach cafes and restaurants, to water sports, boating and sightseeing. You will not be disappointed. I've been taken back to some younger years when I would spend some time in Rastafarian cafes like this, having a nice cold beer and listening to some really cool music. And I was just walking along here and thought, I've got to sit down right here and cook this next dish for you. It's called Pad Suki-Yaki Thailand, which is using these wonderful mung bean noodles. With the mung bean noodles, important to soak them first in cold water, maybe overnight, even a few hours is enough, and then they become nice and soft. From that point on, this stir fry is so quick and simple. It also uses Suki sauce. Now the Suki-Yaki sauce can be bought at any convenience store and it's fantastic. Sort of like a blend between sweet chili and tamarind sauce, like a pad thai sauce. Really delicious. Anyway, let's get going. Light the gas. We don't want to cook this dish on too high a heat. We want to keep the moisture in the pan. Traditionally, Suki-Yaki is actually a soup. Hang means dry, so it's like a dry noodle version of that soup. So we keep the moisture in the pan. Anyway, some oil, 2 tablespoons. And the first ingredient is 1 egg straight in. We don't add any garlic or any onion to this dish. All of the flavour comes from fresh vegetables and the Suki-Yaki sauce. So the egg's about half set. We don't want to let it go dry. Turn the gas down. There we go. The next ingredient is to add our vegetables. We've got some pak bong, which we also call morning glory, some Chinese cabbage and also some celery herb, lovely and fresh. Straight in, and a quick stir. I've got some shiitake mushrooms that have been soaked overnight, straight in, cut into half, and then some prawns and calamari. With these, I've just simply blanched them in hot water for about 2 minutes. All right, to move on, we add our mung bean noodles, the ones that have been soaked, straight in there. Some sugar, 1 teaspoon is enough. Some cut spring onions, and then our Suki sauce. Be generous with the Suki-Yaki sauce. You can always add a little bit extra afterwards. Make sure the Suki-Yaki sauce really soaks into those mung bean noodles. We add some soy sauce just to give it a kick of salt, and some oyster sauce, about 1.5 tablespoons. Perfect. One last stir through. It's lovely and fresh. There's still going to be some crunch in there. Lovely and fresh. You could also make a really fantastic vegetarian version of Suki-Yaki. You just use tofu instead of seafood and just don't use the oyster sauce, but it will be brilliant. That's it. Just mound that up into a bowl. Smells fantastic. This is really, truly a great dish. Everyone will enjoy it. Prawns on top. Get it all in there. Last bit on top. Just tidy up the bowl a bit. And that is it. In a very cool location in Krabi, Pad Suki-Yaki Thailand, one of my favourites.